Morning everyone, so today we're at a Mercedes. It's an E-Class 1999 and we reckon this is a W210 model. W210 model. So it's a V6, but the engine is not his problem. His problem is oil. And to be specific, it's a transmission oil leak. So you can see on the top of the cover there, it's wet, and it's wet all about there, down to the water bottle and everything. So, in order to cover this up the road, we put a litre of transmission fluid in it, and the transmission fluid goes in here. This comes with there's a little tab goes in there, but it was broken, so you're meant to replace that tab. But we put a litre in there. I think it's fully synthetic. So that goes right there. But what I think we're going to do to try and find out where the leak is, what I thought we'd try this morning is we'd try to do a smoke test. So we'll put our smoke down through here and see if, I don't know if I'll get enough pressure, but we can just try, because otherwise we'll need to clean up all that area then run it. So we'll try smoke down this port first of all. No smoke test, but you can see the smoke's bellowing out the back there. But what we think, there's a breather on it, so we need to block that up first of all. See, we're getting right into this thing. So we had to take the fan cover off. So you see, you can get away, you can manipulate it out without taking this fan off using the viscous coupling. So you can leave that in situ. So what we're going to do is just clean up the whole bang show. See what we can see here. But one of the problems I read about was, I think it's in the side here, in the radiator. I think that's this one here and that one there. Meant to be bad for leaking because it's got a cooler on it, but they seem good, so we'll clean this up and run it. Moved the under trays, but we ended up having to burst these off because the 8mm nuts are absolutely rotten. So there you go. There's an under tray. So that's looking forward to the front of the car. So you can see we've got more oil pooling there than at this side, we would say. So it seems to be the right hand side. Unless it is one of these pipes. Fan cover. So you see we got that out. So we've ended up cleaning it with solvent, washing her down and then drying her out. So try and find this. Stir her up and see what we get for there. See if we can see this leak. We're having a terrible time here. You go put your light on, Rudy. We are trying to find this leak, and we're not even convinced now it's transmission oil. It's that dirty looking. We think it's maybe engine oil, but it's the engine. The oil's right up to the dipstick, so that's good. And I don't know. The only thing we could maybe be power steering. But I begin to wonder if the transmission is in a default mode. Maybe it's no transmission fluid that we're leaking. So what we had to do is connect the launch. So we had to get this adapter that came with the launch. Incidentally, this machine's updates be done in 27 days, so that's me had it 2 years. So anyway, you connect to the VCI, and then that goes right into this 38-pin socket. And as this is 1999, you can see that we're managed to connect. Well, the transmission has got three faults in it, but I already noticed in the car it came up with engine oil level sensor defective. So once we've done a full scan here, we'll try. But I remember saying when I got this machine along with Dave Sterrell, I said to Dave, I'll never use any of that stuff, any of the extra stuff. And here you go. You just never know what you're going to run into. There's all these adapters here actually. That's what comes with the launch. We were busy searching for the right part for this, but it's working at the moment. Right, so we've done a full scan. You can see the transmission control module. Selector lever coding is invalid. A 017 and then a 013. Selector lever coding is occasionally invalid. A 134 can communication with the traction system is sporadically disturbed. The ESP has voltage, but it's been lying for a while, so it'll be low battery. Supply voltage again, electronic ignition supply under voltage. Pneumatic system, safety timeout, demand too high, driver's door. I'll leave them to read them yourself. Alarm triggered, 25 codes within that thing. SAM module, low voltage. Voltage supply. So that's it. So what I think we'll do, we'll just clear these DTCs. Cleared the codes, and these ones came back, the 17 and the 113. Selector lever coding is invalid. So the very fact that we have a leak, we can't find it, is that connected to these codes? No idea, let's go in. Okay, ignition on, okay. Read fault codes. Resistance too high. That just says it's, that one says it's invalid, and that one says it's occasionally invalid. Let's go into read data stream. We'll look at them going down the road, I think. Engine speed. Oof. I'll get back to you. We're going to take it a run. A little leisurely drive, and you can see it arrives at 3,000, but we're not moving at all. It's not going through the gears. So if you notice on this lever, if we go into manual and we come down to say to first, we're getting no response. So that code must block the thing out. We need to get to the router where our leak is. No, I think we're locked up in second or third gear. You know what? See where the leak's coming from. Like I said to you, I was reading on the forums that these pipes, that pipe there and that pipe down the bottom is the usual suspect, but oh man, oil everywhere. Is soaking. That hydraulic hose could be comfy in there. See this bottom one? Aye. That's one of them, innit? Aye. Look at that. The evidence we see for these pipe work is this looks quite wet here, at this point here. And we're wondering if that's spraying up, going along, the belt's maybe taking into the alternator would be the first port. So you can see the alternator's wet and then maybe come back to it, but we cannot see anything else, eh? And the very fact they get bothered with these pipe works, hydraulic pipes. We have cleaned this thing up and we are looking for the leak and we cannot find it. We still think it's maybe these pipes, these hydraulic pipes, maybe down the bend. But as I said to you earlier on, I know it's bad for leaking there and down at the bottom there, but those are all good. So if you know where the leak is for the automatic transmission fluid, be much appreciated, because I haven't got a clue.